Hey folks, welcome back to our video tutorial on working with the tilt slider. In this video, I'd like to show you how to replace the images in the slider. A little bit about these images first. You'll notice they come in at different sizes and they're scaled and skewed perspectively via some CSS styling. When it comes to image sizes, well, the size doesn't really matter. I'm going to suggest nothing larger than 640 by 640. The image you see here is 640 by 480. The style sheet will scale it down to fit into whatever space the browser has. But you can use whatever size images you want and they will just be scaled and skewed via the CSS. So 640 maximum width, 640 maximum height. The CSS will do the rest. You have very little control over how the image is scaled and whatnot. It's all done in the back end with the CSS. Basically everything's just skewed by 45 degrees. So to try and get something in a perfect to fit perfectly, that's really not what this slider does. It just takes an image, it will scale it down to fit and skew it and turn it proportionately as you see right here in the video. Right, so to replace an image, let's jump into our Microsoft editor and we'll go to the library folder, the sliders, and the tilt slider. There we go. Now I store the images right here in the images folder, and I've just simply named my images slide 1-1, slide 1-2 because the slides have two images. You can go down to one image if you want to, but it will hold two. It's kind of a really cool effect there. All right. So to replace the pictures, simply load them into your tilt slider images folder. I mean, you can put them wherever you want. To stay organized, I suggest you put them into the images folder that's provided by the template. To change them, just open up your tilt slider page. And just like changing any image, scroll down until you see the image you want to replace. In this case, we want to replace this picture right here. All right, just double click on it to open up the picture properties. Click the browse button. Browse to wherever you've stored the images. I'll just go to the library, the sliders. I'll go to my tilt slider and my images folder. Right, and then you see the picture that you've imported and you select it. Right, like so. Hit open and watch the picture change when I hit the OK button, and boom, there it is. As you can see, the size of the image in the page here is quite a bit different from the images that we see displayed in our actual web page, because these are the images right here. See how the size has changed quite a bit? So, and that's what the slider does for you. Right, it's more of a cool effect based off the FWA website. So like I said, you're not going to have a lot of control over how the images are actually sized in the final rendering, as in what we're seeing right here, but this gives you a pretty good idea. Right, and to continue replacing images, just keep going down, double click on the picture you want to replace, click the browse button, go to the folder where you have your images and replace them that way. Right.